I consider myself pretty lucky to live in this location. Just a bunch of empty space right out that way. I don't know your situation. You might be in a city that maybe has less wildlife, or in a more urbanized city, or out in farmland where there's maybe not much of this native stuff left. But yeah, see if I can share a tip with you. One of the tips I'd share with you is even this season, if you want to get into native planting, not like me, just not sure how to do it. Took me a couple years to get to the point where I am this season, ready to go, ready to rock right away. If you do want to get in, but don't have the knowledge or resources yet, I'm going to suggest one of the things that you could do to feel a part, to feel like you're doing your part, and kind of lock into that ethos of taking care of whatever nature you have around you. The thing I think you could start doing this year, right away, right off the bat, is when you're raking your yard, rake your sticks and leaves and all that stuff that normally you push out to the curb if your city has pickup. Rake them into your flower beds, or whatever types of beds you have, or if you don't have beds, create a bed around your tree. All that stuff is shady anyway, so you're gonna have shade plants. In nature, all that stuff would just drop. You're always gonna have leaves if you have a tree, and you can always rake those leaves right up underneath a nice bed. So that means less work for me. I don't have to rake it up very far, just a few feet. So it lands on the grass, just rake it into the flower bed. It's vitally important for birds, bugs, and insects, including bees, to have that on the ground. Birds will feed in it from the bugs and insects. Bugs and insects use the materials, they use the shelter. Decomposers are taking care of the stuff in the background and making really great soil for you guys. Super inexpensive. And I'm into it, maybe you aren't, but if you're into hiking, you've been out in the woods, and you really do get that kind of rustic wild feel, and I like it. And I've got a video coming out about how to make those beds too. So stay tuned, and just keep gardening, keep having a great time with it, guys. Thanks. I hope you can hear that. The juvenile, the bald eagles, and adult. Oh man, he's all over the place. Actually, that noise is not a juvenile. I think that noise is the adult.